journalist and now the national spokesperson for the BJP, Mr. M J AKBAR. Thank you very much. What a delight.
Pleasure.
So, very explosive statement of Europe is the terror hub or the exporter of terrorism.
No, it's not the terror hub. I said,
exporter of terrorism.
Let me actually repeat the exact words. That Europe has to grapple with the problem of how it has become a net exporter of terrorism. I mean, because Europe is a classic example of modernity, of secularism, of faith equality, of democracy, of all the right values. What happened in Europe? That today, the terrorists who are coming and hitting, I mean, those who indulged in the carnage in Paris didn't come from anywhere else. They came from Paris. Today, the number of jihadis, you go into television in Britain, and it's Jihadi John. It's not jihadi from anywhere else. So therefore, Britain must try and, for its own sake, try and answer this question.
Yes, absolutely. I did cover the Paris terror attacks, and it did unnerve the country and Europe. Where do you see all this is coming from? Why, if I were to ask you?
Because somewhere these societies are losing the battle of the mind.
Right.
Now, this is something that they have to address themselves. I mean, I'm an observer. I'm not being a critic. I'm sure, in our country also, there are people, if we see this emergence. But I'm very proud to say that, as our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has himself said, right, that the Indian Muslim community is now becoming an outstanding example of how not to become radicalized. Now, what is it in our value system, in the experience of the Indian nation state, of our social behavior and cooperation that is making this happen? And that is why I say that India can be a model for the nations that are where civil war and conflict is ravaging country after country, from Pakistan up to North Africa and Central Africa.
And that would lead to my next question. In the Peace March, that happened in Paris, where we saw all the world big leaders, UN, US, we should have actually seen an Asian or rather Indian representation, considering, do you not think that Europe now should look at South Asia, India, who has been grappling with this terrorism for so long? Somewhere they have to come in the dialogue.
Listen, I think everyone's sympathy was with France. There's no doubt about that. I've written, in fact, my column, I've written Barbarians at the Gate and so on. Barbarians of the Faith, sorry, that was the title. And nobody, you don't have to agree or disagree with the cartoons to know that violence is unacceptable. But I think you may be looking at the wrong end of the telescope. Don't you think it is more rational that France should come to India?
Exactly, that's one point.
So why should India go to France? Because we are not in the business of giving lectures, and we should not be.
Yes.
But shared experience, yes.
My point was, I think, should Europe not turn to India now and get them in the fold?
And we should engage. Of course we must engage. And we look forward to that engagement, and I hope that happens. I can't say that it is happening, but I'm sure, because people are deeply troubled. And they want answers.
Yes, absolutely. तो अब दिल्ली इलेक्शन, एक छोटी सी टिप्पणी दिल्ली इलेक्शन पर, बहुत संगीन माहौल चल रहा है, बहुत तेज तर्रार माहौल है दिल्ली में, और आप स्पोक्सपर्सन हैं बीजेपी के, उतार दिया आपने किरण बेदी को?
मैंने नहीं, ये तो डिसीजन प्राइम मिनिस्टर का है। लेकिन आपको मैं इतना बता दूं कि बीजेपी बड़े आराम से दिल्ली में जीत रही है।
आपको लगता है?
बिल्कुल, आप देख लीजिएगा। हमारी ज़िंदगी में 7 फरवरी भी आएगा, जिस दिन वोट होगा, 10 फरवरी भी आएगा, जिस दिन इलेक्शन रिजल्ट आएंगे, और देख लीजिएगा।
अब एक एशियन अफेयर्स के बारे में इतना खूबसूरत फंक्शन किया, किस तरह से आपका एसोसिएशन रहा है?
नहीं, ये तो भाई पर्सनल जानकारी है, लेकिन यहाँ के उनके जो मालिक हैं। बट जो ज़रूरी बात है कि बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि लंदन के समाज में, लंदन के माहौल में कोई एक हिंदुस्तानी जो है एक मैगज़ीन चला रहा है, 20 साल चला रहा है, जहाँ पर प्रिंट मीडिया इतने प्रेशर पे है, तो ये काबिल दाद है।